Can you give us an update on your injured players, starting with Toby?
Not really, sorry. We've got some medical things that we'll find out a little bit more later today. But even then, it's not going to clear it up. I'll tell you that Pav skated by himself this morning, so he's back on the ice. Toby's got a little swelling there, so we've got to wait kind of for a few days before we get a better idea where we're at with it.
So we obviously won't play him alone.
Correct.
Taking last week, kind of try and push that away going into the new week starting today with the day off yesterday, or how are you approaching this right now with your group?
No, we got a real good look at last game today, and we're not letting that one go. We've got to be a better hockey team than we were. We've got lots of areas to improve, so we're not in a position now to not get a real honest assessment of our game. The more we got to get better.
Paul, I know everyone goes through slumps, but for Ehlers and Line, because they're younger and when they haven't scored for a little bit, do you have to be more careful with the way you handle them?
Well, we're going to separate a couple. I think Patty have 7 points or something in his last 8 games. Mm-hmm. We're good with that. Mm-hmm. For an 18-year-old, he's got to pick it up a little bit. No, I can't joke it. Patty's not going through a slump in terms of scoring. Nicky Ehlers had a breakaway last game. A couple of really good plays around the net. The stretches of hockey that they scored, I'm not even remotely concerned with that. It's everything else. It's all the other parts of the game. And so for Patrick, I would say his game in Chicago and his game against Chicago at home were the best of the block since he's come back from injury. And Nicky has had, for me, is starting to really trend back upward in terms of the quality of his play, his fight, his compete, all the things that young players need to learn first. So I don't feel they're in an offensive slump. Do I handle them differently? Well, I think older guys know the line that you're going to give them, stay with it, you're getting your chances. You know, the younger guys got to learn that this is now part of their life when you're in Canada, but you're becoming a driver of a team. You're going to have stretches when you don't put the puck in the net.
Help other people who aren't playing as well?
Yes, and he also has to have the time then with the players that are playing well, so he gets an opportunity to do more and not be just the guy that carries people. You saw it in practice today, so not an easy practice. It wasn't an hour and a half long, but the drills were hard. And if you watched him, there's no variation in every shift. And he's a veteran guy, and he's got good numbers, and he's well respected. And if he took a 3/4 lap around the rink to get a breather, you would understand that. There are certain guys that play big minutes that you don't really watch their intensity in practice because they've proven to be so very intense in every single game. And he won't do that. He doesn't do that. He's one of the finest quiet leaders that I've ever coached. He's not a big talker, but his consistency level and the things that he says on the bench are always right on.